So students, today again I am repeating experience solid material testing because at that time only few students were there in the lab. So today again I have repeated it. So solid material testing, whenever you want to find out dielectric strength of material, same circuit is used. So this is called a generalized circuit diagram. So this will be high voltage transformer. Primary voltage you will take from lab supply and you will give to the primary of the winding, and then secondary voltage you will give to the your material electrode, and between the electrode solid materials will be placed. So you have seen oil testing and you have performed gaseous also on virtual labs. So oil testing reading was also taken in the lab. I have shown you the oil testing kit. So now you write down, we just performing again solid material testing. Okay. So for solid material testing, electrodes required are Rogowski electrode. Write down. Flat electrodes are required because you have to insert paper between the electrodes. But we tested in the oil testing kit only because our flat electrodes, we are not getting voltage on the test circuits. Okay, because transformer rating is higher, so lower voltage is not possible to read. So we use the oil testing kit only. But you note down, electrode for solid material testing has to be flat or Rogowski. Okay, because oral exams will be based on all such questions, and procedure is same. Just go on increasing voltage very slowly by moving the auto transformer disc, and then observe the voltage at which spark occurs, and then you will find out the dielectric strength by measuring the thickness. Distance between the electrode means, here in case of solid material, that will be thickness of the material. So that is the experiment, and readings are like this. So polyester film, bakelite, and we tested Perpex paper and polythene also. Okay, so four papers are tested. You will observe now the video recording where students have taken in the lab. So thickness they measured with micro screw gauge meter, and then voltage they have measured, and then you find out the dielectric strength. So voltage divided by thickness. So those readings I will give first, and then you can find out the dielectric strength. Now from these readings, you can find out which material is the base material. So first see the readings, calculate the breakdown strength, and then you tell me which material is the good from the four materials which you tested. So calculations are very simple. Breakdown strength is equal to breakdown voltage divided by thickness here. In order to experience, we use distance between the electrode, because in oil we keep the distance. In air, we kept the distance between the spheres. Okay. So let us watch that video.
Now we will test solid insulating material in the oil testing kit only. So you know oil testing kit experiment. So this is the oil tester and this is the cell, oil testing cell. So we will place this.
So already I have shown you that oil testing cell in oil tester where electrodes are mushroom shape. Okay.
Suppose this is polyester film and then this is bakelite. This is bakelite and this is one Perpex paper.
Neoflex paper. That was Neoflex
We will
paper.
place it between the two electrodes and then we will just switch on this. So this auto transformer, then we will just switch on this and then we will place it between the.
So see, in between two electrodes, we have to place the solid material, and as solid paper, we have to insert this surface has to be flat. So that you know done, but we are using this same oil testing kit. Okay. So difference you must know. If examiner asks, you can say you use this, but in actual practice, you have to use Rogowski or flat electrodes.
Two electrodes and then we will just switch on this. So this auto transformer, automatic rotating auto transformer will move and high voltage will be applied across the electrode and we will find out at what voltage breakdown occurs. Then you have to measure thickness of the paper with screw gauge आएगा and then we will find out breakdown strength. Right now. So this is simple experiment where you are tested the same test circuit is there. Circuit breaker has to trip, spark has to occur. I will not record that because it's risky while circuit is in operation. Mobile should not be on. Okay. So just will share your readings. And after taking breakdown test on this polystyrene film which is transparent, then you will observe the development of tracks. That is the 8 experiment. Okay. बंद करते हैं हे.
Karthik has asked a very good doubt in capacitor testing, and then that is also very important. You should go on asking doubts also, because unless and until you will not ask the doubts, then what is the use of that miss? If your doubts are created, then only your concepts will be cleared.
This polyester film is tested. So
You can observe now after testing, complete damage to the material has formed. That is why it is said that when you test the solid, it permanently damages. But that never happens for the air. Air regains its dielectric strength fully. Means between two spheres, if air you are testing, you test again, you will get the same voltage. For liquid also, it regains its dielectric strength partially, because liquid between the two electrode will move away and fresh liquid will come, or just they reassociate also. Electrons reassociate also. But for solid, it is the physical breakdown also. So that is the difference between solid, liquid, gaseous.
here it cannot be seen with naked eye, but you can just check it. Paper has burned it, okay, and some black spots you can observe. So that is called.
So this is called as tracking, and it can be observed only on polythene, transparent, or you can just say polymeric insulating materials. Okay, other papers you cannot find out. So this is the last experiment, development of track centering. Okay, so that is just observation. No readings are required.
That tracks, development of the tracks. Okay, so tracks
I
means conducting channels will form, and then
I will explain this tracking phenomenon while we discussed in the oral discussion, because it's not now in your syllabus. Earlier it was there, but I will explain it. Okay.
breakdown will occur. So here you can just see in the scratches. दिसतात का मुलांना scratches?
हे पहा, इथे 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 ऑब्झर्व करा तुम्ही, दाखवते मी तुम्हाला. हे पहा, तर हे जर मायक्रोस्कोपिक व्ह्यू बघितला ना, तर तुम्हाला असे सुंदर राऊंड सुद्धा ट्रॅक्स दिसतील. ओके, so what are those tracks? So how the conduction will start in this paper? So that conduction will be starting with that tracks. And why tracks are there? Sparking created, and that spark will create the tracks. Okay, and the tracking will also create the sparking. The students observe the sparking very nicely.
दिसतात का मुलांना स्क्रॅचेस? सो ते ट्रॅक्स असतात, आणि तो एक्सपेरिमेंट आहे पुढचा, डेव्हलपमेंट ऑफ ट्रॅक्स, ऑब्झर्विंग ट्रॅक्स अँड ट्रीइंग. सो दिस स्टुडंट्स हॅव ऑब्झर्व द स्पार्किंग्स इनसाइड द टेस्टर. ओके, so that was sparking and this is tracking. So now this
So next
so
material.
3 materials are tested. Neoplex paper green, polyester film, polythene yellow, and this is bakelite. Okay.
So I took snaps of students also, because they are coming first time in the lab. So see, this is our HV lab. Cage is there, and then how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Only 10. Even though I explained, I told yesterday that you will attend today's practical. Okay. So just a minute. So they observed the sparking also. I asked them what was the sparking. So just I asked them what was the sparking shape. Just observe the answer.
Is measuring thickness of the thin sheets neoplex paper thickness.
So this micro screw gauge is used for measuring thickness, and least count was 0.01, and whatever reading will come on the thread or on this scale, you have to multiply with that um, this least count. Okay, that is the method.
Is measuring thickness of neoplex paper, and polyester film he is measuring with the help of this micrometer
Now,
screw
Pratik, be
gauge.
ready to tell the
So
thickness
you
and
might have
readings.
studied this screw gauge. There are least count on this. You have to measure.
So you have to see which line will be matched to this after putting paper inside this, and then you note down this reading and multiply by 0.01. Okay.
Least count, and then insert the paper inside this दाखव रे. And then multiply measurement which you will take with the least count. Okay, so what is the reading, Pratik?
That is 42.
Huh?
0.42 mm.
तर हा जो आलेला आहे 40 आलाय त्याला मल्टिप्लाय करायचा. लीस्ट काउंट किती आहे? 0.01 आहे. सो दॅट विल बी 0.04 ना.
Not for, yes. 0.04.
तर हे पट्टीने मोजले थिकनेस याचे.
Hey, pa, that yellow means it is polymeric insulation. So you can observe that
That will be
carbonization, carbon formation on this yellow paper also.
पट्टीने मोजले.
You can just see this. So burning happens due to that polymeric nature, and then you can just see here also tracks are formed. You will observe with microscope, not with naked eyes, but this indicates. Okay.
त्याला सुद्धा जर बघितलं ना तुम्ही,
That is called as carbonization erosions. In final year high voltage engineering, all this phenomenon we have to study. Okay.
हे बघा कार्बोनायझेशन झालंय, जळालाय तो पेपर, आणि ट्रॅक्स डेव्हलप झालेत. तर पॉलिमरीन इन्सुलेशनला तुम्ही असं ट्रॅक्स बघता, आणि हा 8वा एक्सपेरिमेंट आहे, डेव्हलपमेंट ऑफ ट्रॅक्स अँड ट्रिंग म्हणजे स्पार्किंग बघितलं तो. तर याच्यात दिसला नाही स्पार्किंग, कारण हा ट्रान्सपरंट नाही आहे. हा ट्रान्सपरंट
Dense, na? This paper is dense, so that was not easy to observe, but transparent only you can observe.
तुम्हाला. तर कशा प्रकारचं होतं स्पार्किंग सांगाल का तुम्ही कोणी? स्पार्क कसं होतंय?
लाइटनिंग सारखं.
लाइटनिंग म्हणजे असे फांद्या झाडाच्या दिसल्या का? झाडाच्या फांद्यांसारखं दिसलं का तुम्हाला? कोणाला दिसलं? हात वर करा. तर तुम्हाला हा खूप छान फेनॉमेनॉन दिसतो इथे. एकदम स्पार्किंग, व्हाईट स्पार्किंग दिसेल तुम्हाला एखाद्या व्हिडिओत आणि याच्यात. तर ते दॅट इज फेनॉमेनॉन इज ट्रिंग अँड दिस इज ट्रॅक्स. ओके.
Pratik was saying me that you take video of that sparking also. See, I think we should always have safety precaution. Nothing will happen because if mobile will attract that charge, it may happen at certain situation condition. We cannot predict that instant. So why we will play unnecessary videos are there. We can observe whoever have taken it with the safety precautions or some other device. So they are readily available. So why to take a risk? I don't want to take risk in HV lab. Okay.
So while oral discussion, I am going to explain.
Because whenever some accidents will happen in HV lab, you will not identify also who has gone. In other labs, machine labs, other labs, that we can sustain that shocks also. But in HV lab, that will be person will be totally black coal. So it's so dangerous because we are handling kilovolts. That oil testing kit is 60 kilovolt. So why to just have games with such a device when it is on? Now capacitor also is charged. And whenever we give supply to the electrodes, that never apply between the electrodes, that apply between electrode and our body also, and that glass also. So it is close oil testing kit we prefer for testing, so that charge should not spread from that electrodes to us, because we are standing on the earth. Even if mat is there, But still we have to be very careful because charging or whatever discharge phenomena that not happens only in electrode but that happens everywhere in the lab, between electrode and ceiling, between electrode and walls, between electrode and hose. Because when new device had come in the lab, I can tell you my incidents. I was new, very fresh staff member. After maybe I joined immediately after 1 year, I did in Kirloskar Pneumatics Research and Development. I was designing control panels, but after 1 year, I shifted in this college in 92. Then when I started developing HV lab, it was first lab of private college in Pune University, which I could develop first, and then other colleges followed us. So I was not knowing how to test spear gap. So when we had order to Bombay party, then I was knowing about Indian standards. I just went in IS Bureau office. I took Indian standard and I just went to Bombay for testing that sphere gap. And I passed that sphere gap assembly. And then it came in the lab. But when some devices are come in lab, in our site locations also we need to test. So I was just testing with in our first new device for sanctioning the bills. I was testing, and these safety precautions I was not aware. I had not gone in detail because I had not learned high voltage in my university. That was not the syllabus. Material science also, high voltage also. So when I just applied testing voltage, there was nail on the wall. This side only I will tell you. Here one nail was there, and here that spear gap was there. Earlier, we just changed that layout of HV lab in last year. So then spark occurred at the nail, but it was so threatening moment to me. I just got scared why the spark has come here. Sound is also coming when spark occurs. So discharge had occurred between the sphere gap kept here and that nail. So we cannot predict where the discharge will take place because where are the dust particles, where the humid means air is there. We don't know because dust, one small dust can create the breakdown immediately. So our dress might be having dusty, table surface might be dirt. So spark will take on that place. So that is about the safety things in HV lab.
Each experiment one by one. So that will be remaining part for oral preparation. Now here I am just explaining. Now join online for the calculations part and conclusion part and explanation part. Come in that room. Switch off the lamp.
Now students are sitting in my near my cabin. So Pratik, can you tell me the readings? Students note down the readings of solid material testing. Just see. Pratik, give the readings. Solid material testing.
Ma'am, can I paste it in chat box?
No. You just tell me. Tell it because I'm recording this video for the absent students also. So just read it. So students note down the readings. Material was first. Can you tell Pratik material first, second, third, fourth? Pratik,
So, ma'am, first material was polyester. The
polyester write
breakdown
down.
voltage of 26 kV.
Thickness.
Thickness is 0.35 mm.
Then second material. Note down students reading. Yes, Pratik tell. Second material.
Second material was Neoflex.
Hmm. Neoplex thickness.
0.42 mm.
Breakdown voltage.
6 kV.
Third material.
Backlight.
Thickness
Thickness was 2 mm.
and breakdown voltage.
Breakdown voltage was same 6 kV.
And fourth material.
Polythinol.
Thickness
Thickness was 2.3 mm.
and breakdown voltage.
17 kV.
Now students calculate and find out breakdown voltage. If I will ask you the question, which material was the best? You should not see only the voltage. You will say that voltage was highest for polyester film. So madam, material is good. No, you should not see only breakdown voltage. You have to see breakdown strength. So because you may get 100 kilovolt. If material will be thick, you will get 100 kilovolt. It doesn't mean that that material will be good. So compare breakdown strength. That is very important point to note. So after calculating, you find out breakdown strength and then write down your conclusion, which material was good, which material is weak, and you have to consider always you have to compare breakdown strength. So that was the experiment of solid material testing. And now last experiment number 8 is development of tracks and trees on polymeric insulation. I have mailed you all the write-ups of these experiments. So you can refer mail I have made. So treeing and tracking phenomenon I will explain you in the oral discussions. So that was just observation that you studied the developments of tracking and treeing on polymeric insulation. Okay. So that was observation I have shown you in the videos. Now I am having seminar exams. So our time is also off. So we will discuss, you try to submit experiments write-ups, and then we will again discuss one by one experiment while discussing for oral exams. Okay. And there are many videos for oral exam preparation also. Do watch that.